Oh, look at that. It went straight onto the brick. Just perfect. Welcome to D-Mop Garage. We're back on the 64 double door panel van, 11 window, 13 window. I'm not sure what it's going to be next week, but we're getting onto it now. Last episode we were, well actually I'm not sure, I think we painted it, and since then I've actually welded a couple of heater pipe tubes in there. You can see I've done that, and today we are going to get these belly pans mounted. You can see that's one of them here. We're going to basically drill holes. We were going to just weld them straight on and then decided, no, we're going to actually bolt them on. So I've got little tabs here that we're going to plug weld underneath the chassis rail like that. So there's going to be tabs all the way along here. And then, of course, on the other side, we will have riv nuts to put the side pieces on. So a little bit of a job to get it done. All I've done so far is just cut a whole lot of these little tabs out, as you can see there. And we've got to space them out, and we're going to plug weld them in. So first off, let's just get some measurements, make sure they're all going to look nice in their spots, and then we'll grind a little bit of paint off, and then we can start to weld these tabs in. Let's go. Okay, so there we go. We have our tabs welded in position. You can see we've got a total of 12 tabs. So what we're going to be doing now, basically I just plug welded those and buzzed them there and there, so they're not coming off. Now what we're going to do is drill a hole through them and put a riv nut on the back side. So we're going to have to get the panel in place just so that we can mark where we're going to drill the holes and go from there. So let's get this thing in position.
I could swear it's been 700 degrees in here since you came in. I could swear that this room has been running out of air, and now it's starting to spin. You make me feel kinda bad, kinda good, kinda everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kinda wrong, kinda right, kinda anything, and I would change it if I could. I swear I'm hitting the floor. I could swear that my stomach just sunk a meter. I'll be dead if I take any more. You make me feel kinda bad, kinda good, kinda everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kinda wrong, kinda right, kinda anything, and I would change it if I could.
That's a little bit of persuasion, and we're good. So basically all we'll do now is start drilling the holes, and then we can put I've got the riv nut kit, and we can get that sorted. So we have got everything pretty much ready to go. You can see our riv nuts have all been installed, and these are the ones that don't spin around, because some people think, oh yeah, they spin around. This is the tool, and it's the proper one with the serrated edges. So once you clamp them down, that's it, they're not moving. I've been using these ones for years and they're bloody good. Anyway, let's get this panel bolted in position. We've got our stainless steel 6mm nuts. Yeah, let's put her in. Okay, that one is done. Let's get on to the top section.
2,000 years later.
All right, guys, so there you go. That's pretty much a full day's job just to get these suckers bolted in. I ran out of bolts on a couple of them, so I have to just get to the hardware store and finish those off. But anyway, at least the belly pans are on. Next thing, we are going to get the front beam, gearbox, flip this and get it off the rotisserie. So that'll be the next job. All right. Righto, guys. So it's the next day. We've flipped her back onto the level playing field. We've got to get this thing off the rotisserie. So we're going to set up a couple of jack stands, and I've got to get some plywood just to make it a bit more stable under the ground there. And I think what we'll do first is just get the front. The rotisserie splits in half. So I'll undo the bolts in the middle, and then we're just going to basically disassemble the front section while I've got the bus off the ground using the jacks and the jack stands. So let's go and get this done and not hurt my back either. All right, well, we got half of the rotisserie off. You can see here. That's it's all modular, which is good. You can just unbolt it and take bits and pieces away. So let's get the front beam in. Okay. We'll get it up on the jack and pop it into position. So we have the beam in. We have one of the spindles in position. That one gave me a bit of grief actually getting it in, and things weren't lining up, but we've managed to get it sorted. And yeah, we'll just go and get the other side done, and we can put the discs on. We might actually chuck some tie rods on this as well, just so we've got somewhat of some steering, and go from there. All right, let's go. All right, guys, there you go. We have some wheels and Sherman discs on there as well. I'll put the tie rods. I'm going to have a bit of a look underneath here. There we go. Discs. And yeah, front end's in. So these are just Beetle rims. We're obviously not going to be probably running those, but it's just to get it off on the ground. Next thing now is we've got to get the rear sorted, get a gearbox into that, and start disassembling this back part. All right.
A few moments later.
See what we've done, guys? Spring plates are in, and we're just going to put, this is our ramp set up here. So that gearbox was the original one out of the single cab, and again, just temporary. Let's hope it rotates, right?
No, that one does.
It does. Okay.
Because we wheeled it in and out of the garage. Yeah, it works. Perfect.
Excellent. All right. Let's get this sucker in, and then we can get it on its wheels and keep going. I'll set you guys up here so you can see the...
Watch the train, right?
The tomfoolery and shenanigans that is going to happen. Right. Okay, so...
You want to drag or push?
I don't know what I'll do. I'll just go from here.
Okay, just keep the front one on the track. You stay on the track, and I'll try and guide the middle part. Then you set it. I like
There's an engineering class.
Okay, so the spring plate, both sides at the same time. How about we do that? Go to the outside, Nico. Okay. If we go to the outside,
Okay, so that's resting pretty good now.
yeah. And if we go to the outside, just place these things on top of the spring plates, the axle. Would that work?
No,
Okay.
because they've got to come from.
Do you have to rotate it?
They've got to be. Hang on. Yeah, yours has to get rotated backwards. So.
All right.
And it's got to come up on. So basically, what's happening right here?
Yeah.
This is where the spring plate comes in.
Okay, so if I put this above the spring plate,
Yeah.
can we do that on both sides? Put it above the spring plate, and then that'll go home then.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. She's on the wheels. Let's roll it back. See what happens. Oh, look at that. It went straight onto the brick. It's perfect.
Yeah. Put the brick in front of the wheel now. Yeah, use a different brick. Oh, no, that's all right. Oh, gauge. Take the cover off and make sure it looks good.
Oh, look at that. See?
And who said it wouldn't work?
It's got a lot of negative camber on it now.
That's how I'm going to lower the. That's how I'm going to lower the panel down like that.
Oh,
Leave reduction boxes on it and lower it like that. That'll be cool, wouldn't it?
Huh?
So that's reverse. Let's drop spindles. See, I reckon that's the way to go. Just flip the spindles, leave the reduction boxes in as long as it's sort of like getting oil.
No, that's got way too much neg on it.
At the back it has at the moment. Yeah, I know, but I mean you could. Well, you've got it's too low anyway. Look at the front sitting up.
Yeah, true.
You could raise the back up an inch at least.
But with your IRS, you'll have no problem. You'll be able to adjust it wherever you want to.
I'm just talking about the panel there.
Yeah, for the panel van to do it, the same thing. Yeah. Or you just go stock height with that.
Go stock height, actually.
Yeah, probably be the
Live
way
the
to go.
dream.
That was actually quite painful, pain-free.
Oh, you suffered. Painless is what you were trying to say, wasn't
That's right.
it? Exactly. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Okay.
Now, this is obviously just to wheel us around because it is going to have an IRS gearbox in it, but it's good to see, just the stance on it. Obviously, this is just to roll it around for now. One of the next things we're going to do with this is get Kira's Beetle out of there, take that up to the top garage. We're going to put this into here, and we are going to basically vibe back all these panels because they've got phosphoric acid on them, and probably give them a scuff up with 80 grit and just shoot a coat of primer on it, because as you can see, a lot of it's bare metal. Yeah, needs to be done. And then after that, we're going to store it down the side. We're going to get some concreting done here, and then we're going to store it over there. So yeah, that's the next plan for this one. So what we're going to have to do is take our focus back to this now. We've got to just get the back seats fitted in that and then move on. So yeah, that'll do it for this quick episode. We'll see you again in another episode on DMOB Garage.